okay, I keep on making promises to myself.
Yeah.
And I never keep them.
Yeah.
Got a question here that needs to be,
Gotcha.
analysed and fucking solved.
Yeah.
Because it's a common one as well.
Yeah.
People are definitely making promises to themselves every single fucking day.
Yeah, of course.
And initially, when you're making the promise, it feels nice and fucking cozy, warm and fuzzy.
Yeah.
And it feels like the right thing to do. And you've got that feeling inside you that like gives you the feeling that you're on purpose, gives you the feeling that you're part of the Tao, that it's a warm, cozy feeling that this is, the right and wrong feelings.
Yeah.
There's feelings. There's feelings you get in your body that sends a message to your mind saying that this is right or this is wrong for me. It starts from a feeling. And when you're doing something right, it gives you a good feeling. A good feeling. And when you're doing something bad, the bad feeling. So when people are making these kind of promises to themselves, they get that good feeling that this is right for me. The problem here, obviously, is the follow through, keeping the promise. This is where the people get distorted.
Right.
Do you wanna,
yeah, of course I did.
Yeah.
Of course I did.
What are your thoughts on that?
I thought I'd let you finish.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, this is a common problem. We all get into this kind of thing where we've got a difference between where we are now and where we want to be. All right? This is with everything.
Of course.
So inside us, we've got this battle between, the good and the evil. All right. So that feeling you were talking about, you've got this feeling inside you. We all know like good and bad, right or wrong. We all know that shit. Yeah, we do bad shit, but inside, that if you see an old lady fall over, you're not going to step on her and just walk over her. There's a thing inside you that fucking knows the difference.
That's right.
Now, in this context of listening to that voice and actually paying it the respect that it needs, as far as, I know the right thing to do. I've got to trust myself, because it comes down to trust as well, yeah? Like, what the fuck am I talking about? Am I really saying the right thing? Do I believe that, I'm worth it as well, you know what I mean? Do I invest in this certain thing? To be able to, flourish and move forward. Is it going to give me the return I want?
Correct. So, we can have like discipline, okay? It comes down to, I want this and I truly want it. Whatever it might be.
Yep.
Okay? And I'm being truthful at that point. Like, yes. I want to get fit.
Yep.
I'm overweight and I want to lose weight. Let's go with that one, right? I believe the majority of people, if not every single person, the moment that they say that to themselves, they fucking really mean it. They really want to do this. They really want to achieve this goal. Okay? And the next is the follow through, as we mentioned, and all that comes down to is discipline. Yes, I want to do it. And tomorrow I start. Most people do start the next day or a few days later, whatever it might be. They do it for a week and then they give up. The reason why they give up is because they've got bad attachments that they can't shake off. And that's where discipline will help these people trump or, get over those hurdles.
Of course.
Now, people, they're not disciplined enough. The way to get discipline is by doing it in small stages, with small steps, as we've said before. Now, most people also want to achieve something and they bite off more than they can chew. That instead of, let's say, I'm going to lose weight, instead of just cutting sugar as a first step, I'm cutting sugar, I'm cutting coffee, I'm cutting alcohol, I'm cutting cigarettes, I'm cutting every fucking thing that I believe is bad for me, which is cool in theory, but it's not practical. It does not work. It's like going cold turkey in one hit for everything, and most people aren't going to survive. And they're not going to follow through. They've bitten off way too much than they can chew.
Yeah.
So going in stages of cutting the sugar and then see how that goes. And then, can I add something else? Let's try that. It might be the alcohol. And so on. So there's a lot of different variables here why people don't follow through. But there's some common ones.
Yeah, correct. I mean, fuck. They are common ones, 100%. I mean, you've also got like, you don't know, like I said before, you don't know if that time investment that you put into that, it's going to bear fruit. You know what I mean?
Guaranteed.
If it's going to give you that investment. So you stick to your fucking same old routine or whatever the fuck you've been doing, that at least you get that sort of, pleasure, that instant gratification, right?
Exactly.
So, I mean, like you said, better the devil you know styles. You know, it's hard to get out of that. It's hard. It's hard to get out of that cycle. You know, that's all you've known, and that's
just bad habits. Yeah,
it's a bad habit, and it's the cleaning out process that makes the new habit easier. It's not just about doing new things. It's about getting rid of old things. You know what I mean? And there's obviously mental things that, you know, you got a fear, you got apprehensions of some sort that stop you from taking that next step, even though you know it's for the better. And you know, this is with everything. This is fucking with you know, breaking up with a girl, or fucking moving on, you know, or quitting a job, going to the next job. You know, I need a better job. This is exactly the same. You're at that crossroads between, I've got to make a decision between what I'm used to and what the unknown is. I'm going to the unknown now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's where it gets fucked up, and that's where the thing is. But you have to at least give yourself a go, because if you keep knocking yourself back, as far as when I mean knock yourself back, I mean like you feel something inside and you're ignoring that. But you know you got to trust yourself. When we say no and like, no, I'll just stick to what I know, you're telling yourself subconsciously, the universe, whatever the fuck, that you don't really give a fuck about what you think, or that you don't know what's best. And then you're always going to be a fucking second guessing cunt.
100%.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, there is a faith aspect as well. You know what I mean? To enter into a new you. And these decisions have to be made. You can't fucking dance on that line all the time. I'm not gonna. Because, you know, what's the saying? The amount of times you don't try is, you know, you're never going to fucking get the fucking thing. Well, I can't remember what the fucking saying was. But you know the saying, like, you know, this many times you try, you're 100% chance of not doing the fucking thing.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, by not doing anything, you're 100%, you know, chance you're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna
yeah,
come,
there's a better
you know?
one, but yeah, bravo.
Yeah. But it comes down to what you're saying as well, that trust in yourself.
Yeah.
So that means just pretty much your word is not good enough for you.
That's right.
Which also means that your word's not good enough to anyone else either. Like, fuck, if you're not following what you say,
yes,
how do you expect, which we do anyway, but how do you expect someone else to follow what you say, or to trust in you, or believe in, you know, your theory or your opinion? So that's a big issue. Like, but I guess we're taught as well to not trust in ourselves. Because when you're young, you do something and you get a smack on the hand by your parents. That's not right. That's not right. There are more times that there's so many things you try because, you know, when you're young, you're in discovery mode. Everything's new colors, new sounds, whatever it might be. And the more things you try, you're going to get hurt, guaranteed, because, you know, you're going out on a limb here.
Yeah.
And the more times someone else says to you that's wrong from their awareness, which is not correct.
Yes.
Okay? They're trying to pretty much sell you their values, you know, what's right and what's wrong in the world.
They're
you know
projecting onto you.
Bravo.
They're shit.
That's right. And you're just, you know, copying that exact characteristics or that person in every single way. So that's when you grow up and you don't believe in yourself, or you don't believe in the things that you say because you reflect on, I tried it in the past, it didn't work for some kind of reason, or my dad tried it and he didn't work for him, so why would it work for me? All these things. And it always comes down to, why don't you just try it and fucking find out? That simple little phrase, try it, let's see if it works out. It's so simple, but we never do it.
Yeah, you've been doing the same shit this way. Yeah, even for as a scientific fucking experiment, let's say, you know, let's see what happens.
A little case study.
Yeah, we're afraid to see what happens.
Yeah, but it's not a biggie either. It's not like
No.
you know, gone on some fucking battlefield, the two countries are punching on, and I'm gonna walk up in there and see what's up.
Yep.
There's no threat here. There's no threat at all. The only threat is in the mind.
Correct.
The threat of the ego losing control. That's the only threat. But that threat in our mind is more believable, more real than reality.
It's danger.
It's very dangerous.
It's danger town. Yeah, the alarm bells start ringing. Yeah, there's a lot of mechanisms that the ego uses to control us. And this is one of those things, and it's those alarm bells of like unfamiliarity. You know, everything goes down to fucking that as well. You know what I mean? It's
but the fear behind it is, it's been so cranked up that it's on par with pretty much dying.
Yeah. Yes, and I feel like the fear gets cranked up the more you're closer to that point of like conquering the fear, or that when you're at that point of like changing.
Yeah, passing through that inertia point.
Bravo. It's that inertia point that's like the ego winds up that feeling, you know what I mean? That fear feeling like you're doing something wrong. This is not the right thing to do.
Yeah, it's throwing everything it can, the kitchen sink, everything. It's throwing everything it can.
Yeah.
Last minute to hold you.
To fucking keep it there.
Keep its grips.
That's it. That's right. It's exactly the same. Yeah, that's what it's trying to do.
Yeah.
It's a weird one.
Obviously, that to start, you know, exactly as you mentioned, to start, like, if you want to lose weight, the next day, the ego aren't going to really do anything. It's going to allow you to do what you're going to do because it already knows your habits.
Correct.
Yeah, let him try. Let him go out on the limb a bit. He'll be back. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Yeah.
But the more serious you get, the more attention it's got to pay.
Correct. Starts deploying those justifications.
That's it.
Bang.
That's it. It's always easier to start because there's no restriction.
That's right. And the more mentally prepared as much as you can be, like if you work out what you're going to be doing and you're a little bit more clearer, remember, clarity is the weapon against the ego, because the ego thrives in the uncertainty.
Guaranteed.
So we want to make sure that, you know, sometimes you can't be fucking 100%. You know, there is no 100%. But like, the more clear you can be, the more you got that weapon, the more you got a chance of fucking succeeding, conquering that ego that's trying to keep you down.
Guaranteed.
And then you can change, and then fucking one thing comes to another. And the mad thing about this is it's a skill. So when I say it's a skill, once you do it once and you see where, I was afraid to move from here, and now I feel more comfortable, everything else works the same. The whole mechanism of like, I'm going to change this now, fear creeps in, change is coming, I overcome it, I do something new, is you get more comfortable with that idea. And you don't have to worry as much, you know what I mean? The boogeyman is not as scary as it was before.
Yeah, the more you attack it, the more you find out that, you know, the control is in your hands.
Yeah.
With anything. But on the flip side as well, sorry, did you want to...
No, go, and then I'll say something, go.
No, because I'm going to change it up a bit.
Yeah.
there's another side to this.
All right,
Go.
hold on 3 seconds and
Yeah.
I'll quickly say it. And another thing. So what we're doing here, obviously, we're covering all aspects of what you could possibly fucking think about when that change is coming and you need to do something. We're covering all that. We're trying to suggest all these aspects, right? We're trying to fucking cover every ground that we understand, and these things are normal in people. Another thing that lets you kind of see or know that you need to change, all right? If you don't believe yourself, in this instance where you're like, no, you gave an example before when you're like, oh, I don't listen to myself. How is someone else going to listen to me? You'll be running into things like, oh, why doesn't this person give me the thing that I need to give myself? As in, you'll be complaining, or it'll be a problem like, oh, this person doesn't respect me. All these things that these people don't do, that's the projection of like what you need to do for yourself. The thing you're seeking to get from others is what you need to provide for yourself.
Yeah, so the universe gives you the mirror effect.
It's the mirror effect.
Yeah.
And you fucking point that motherfucker back at yourself. That's a way of like, if you don't believe yourself, believe everyone else.
You're being shown.
You're being shown, brother.
Yeah.
You're being shown. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And it's a pair. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people, spot on. Because a lot of people see that initially, and it's like, it's poor me. It's like, why is God doing this to me? Or why is the universe doing it to me? And it's only doing it for the mirror effect, to show that if you're seeing that issue, relay it to yourself, and then maybe there's something inside you got to fix for you.
Correct.
I'm only showing it to show you, because that's the way the universe talks, or God talks.
Yeah.
It doesn't come down to, hey, John, I think you got a problem. You should check this out. It doesn't work like that. It just shows you what you need to look at.
Correct. By highlighting it in others, it shows you by highlighting it in others.
That's
but
it.
Obviously,
exactly.
We don't always connect the dots that we can't see it in ourselves.
No, we perceive it as we're in detention.
Yeah. Also, there's like a cognitive dissonance. You're seeing it. You're seeing it, but you don't know that you've got it as well. That's it. It's fucked.
Yeah, and then we go to the blaming game, or blaming someone else. Oh, this guy doesn't listen to me, or this, whatever it might be, and we go through this spiral, and we never get the lesson.
No.
And that's the fucking problem.
Yeah.
In that instance, anyway.
That's right. And another thing, like you said before, poor me. Accountability is another weapon. Just on a side note, against the ego. The ego doesn't want to take any accountability. It's always his fault, someone else's fault. If everyone who knows someone is a fucking weirdo who's always trying to put the blame on some other cunt, they know that's how they act. All right, someone who's stable within themselves takes accountability. They man the fuck up and they do what they need to do. This is another sign that you're in the right place. Accountability. You can't. It's like accountability is like the authenticity of the truth. Like, I'm the one. I'm taking it, and I'm the one who's going to fix it. It's full power.
Yeah, responsibility.
Correct. You were going to say?
Guaranteed. So I was going to say basically, the flip side to the initial question, keeping my promise,
yes,
okay, and not following through. The flip side to that is also, it's the promises you make to yourself. So as I said, most of the people, if not everybody, makes a promise that I really want to lose weight. Yep. And that's a genuine feeling, and that's something genuine that generally I want.
Yeah, all of us want to change. Fucking oath.
Sweet. But there's a flip side to it. The flip side is that I want things that I believe I want.
Yes. And
I don't follow through. Meaning, let's say, for example, I want to start a martial arts. Oh, what's the best martial arts out there? Jiu-jitsu. It's very popular. Sweet. It's not a bad thing. You can go try it. Okay? You go try it, you don't like it.
Yes.
But go in there and keep on doing it because it's popular, and then later on you quit. You start believing yourself that I really wanted to do this, and then I quit. And you keep on doing a lot of these things. You're only quitting because you don't like it. Okay. Because it wasn't inception in your mind that, hey, I created that. I'm only going with what's popular, what's going to impress people.
But somehow you think you like it.
Yeah, you convince yourself that you like it. And then later on, you don't follow through. The reason why you don't follow through is because you don't like it.
Because you're following these trends.
That's right. But I'm saying to you, a lot of people believe that I like something because it's a trend, okay? Then they don't follow through because they really don't like it. But the subconscious is saying, or the conscious mind is saying that you're a quitter. And they start believing that this is the person they are. I can't do this because I never follow through. Why should I? And it might be something unrelated. It might be like, let's get married. Nah, what's the point? You know, I don't last in anything. They start believing the false identity that they create.
Okay.
From this initial false step that they take.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now, how do we differentiate the people who use that as an excuse and saying that that wasn't for me versus the guy that I'm chasing, like I've got a fear of missing out, so I'm chasing all the shit that everyone else is doing.
It's quite simple.
Because I don't know that I don't know, like, sorry, I don't know how I'm like an individual, like, they don't understand the individuality. So they're following trends. They're so unsure, they're doing whatever the fuck. Yeah, they're following trends. They're doing what everyone else is doing to fit in, essentially. Exactly. Yeah?
To be liked, to be fit in.
That's right. How do we separate?
It's very easy.
The lost cunt from the other lost cunt.
It's up to the individual, obviously. That it's, like I said, it's cool to try everything. Something, you know, comes into your, you know, on the way, and you think, oh, I wouldn't mind trying that. Like, for example, let's say you met a girl, okay, and she's into Latin dancing.
Yeah, she's got 3 boobs.
You know what I mean? And you've never, yes, mate, total recall.
You've got to try it today, you know what I mean?
So she likes Latin dancing, and you've never even, you know, thought about going dancing, whatever. And she's like, "Oh, come with me." I said, "No problem. Go try it out."
Suss it out.
Now, you're already, after once or twice that you've been, you would already know if you like it or not. Okay, in this specific situation. Sweet. One person would be like, "I'm not down with that. I don't like that. It's not for me," and they know not to go back. The other person will keep on going just to impress the chick.
But he's not gonna. The person who keeps on going to impress the chick, all right, he's got motive to keep on going.
He's got motive.
He's not going to beat himself up about, like, I can't, I'm a quitter.
No, but what he's doing, he's creating another personality, all right, that basically I'm doing this for someone else. Okay. And that's taken away from things I should be doing.
Bravo. Yes.
All right? And there's a loss here.
He's not being authentic, right?
Exactly. You know, there's a loss here. But later on, okay, that won't be one example, but later on, there's got people that I know that do, like, especially martial arts. They do because it's the in thing and they want to be tough and this and that, but which is cool and try it out. But keep on going and not liking it just to keep up appearances or to impress people. Say, hey, in a barbecue, we've sat down and like, oh, you know, what are we doing the weekend? Oh, I went to jiu-jitsu. I do jiu-jitsu. Oh, yeah, you like it? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I love it, really. But they don't really like it.
Yeah, just for the conversation.
Exactly. They're doing all these things. Exactly. They're doing these things, but eventually they are going to quit. They can't sustain this.
Correct. And because they've built themselves up, possibly, they're fucking shitting on, they shit on themselves when they do quit.
Exactly.
They can't hold up the lie.
That's it. Exactly.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the more you do, because there's a lot of these things, the more you do, okay, the more you start believing that's who you are.
Correct. And we're here to tell motherfuckers that, guys, you don't need to do the shit that you don't want to do. Try things. Try shit.
So, you know, if you haven't eaten sushi before, you can't say, I don't like sushi.
Yeah, that's right.
You got to try it.
Correct.
You don't like it, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, looking for what you like, that's the whole thing about life, and that's the...
Yeah, it's discovery. It's discovery. You're discovering things, which is fine, but even if it's a trend, like, I don't know all the good things out there in life. So sometimes something might be really good and become a trend, like a certain food, I'll go try it. Or, you know, something that I'm not aware of, it's fine to try everything if you want to. But doing it and following through, you can only follow through or succeed in that, or even, you know, so let's say succeed in that, is because you liked it. Because it was an initial thought from your mind that something you felt that you want to do, and you went and did it and you tried it out.
Yeah, you feel more strongly towards it.
But doing it because it's going to please someone else, or you're going to look good, or it's going to put you on some kind of pedestal. Yeah, it's never going to work out.
Nah. Of course, that's obviously with everything. But how do you separate what you really want versus fitting in. So, you know what I mean? Like, mate, you're making a decision. You're going to buy clothes. Oh, this is what's in now. I'm going to wear these fucking sneakers. I'm going to look like a certain way, whatever. This is what's in. People are doing this. All right, how do I feel about it? I like it because everyone else likes it.
Of course.
How do you find your truth? You
should know what you like. For example, you should know, right? But what I mean by you should know, meaning that, let's say you buy a pair of sneakers, okay, because they're in fashion, but they're uncomfortable. You're not going to keep on wearing it.
So,
you know what I mean?
You're wearing like a dunk.
That's it. Automatically you know that they're not for you because they're not comfortable, but apparently they look good. You just don't wear them. You go buy a pair, you find a pair that are comfortable, and they could be as popular, okay? But again, it doesn't have to be popular. If it's popular and it's comfortable and you like it, sweet. Keep on going with it. Trends aren't bad.
Yeah.
They're only bad when you're doing it for another reason.
For the wrong reason.
For the wrong reason.
Yeah. And some of those reasons are being accepted.
Be,
like you want to be
liked,
accepted. You want to fit in.
You want to fit in. That's
This
right.
is pretty much the main thing.
Yeah, that's right.
You're being someone you're not.
That's it.
All right, and you're going against yourself.
Exactly.
Because we're all about team us, team ourselves.
That's right.
What are we doing? We're doing right by us. That's the measuring stick, isn't it?
It is.
Is this fit what I'm true to? And it's all about that. It's all about, you know, are you your fan? Are you backing yourself? Or are you saying that someone's opinion is more important than yours? You know what I mean?
That's right. Exactly.
That's part of that whole thing, yeah.
Spot on. So, but yeah, back to the main question, like you make promises to yourself, you keep them, and you got to sort of work out what's good for you and why are you doing these things in the first place? Why do you want these things in the first place? Like, I want to lose weight. Sweet. Am I losing weight to impress a girl? Or am I losing weight because I wake up every morning and it's hard to wake up and I don't have any energy? Or, you know, I don't like the way I just look, you know? When I look in the mirror for myself, I don't like the way I look in the mirror. That's it.
That's right. And it's all about how we validate ourselves, right? Like you said, changing from one thing to the other or going with different stuff. Some people validate themselves through bad habits or some, you know, going out, drugs, whatever. Some people validate themselves through fitting in. That's how they get validated. If I fit in, I feel like a sick cunt.
That's it.
Now, that sick cunt feeling is not the real feeling you get when you're true to yourself. And that's the whole difference. That's the whole, you know, it doesn't shine, it glows kind of thing.
Spot on.
And that feeling, where was I?
Fitting in.
Fitting in, yeah.
That feeling it gives you.
That feeling it gives you.
People think that it's a feeling that they're on the money. You know, that basically that I feel good, so it must be right.
Correct. Yes, I feel good, so it must be right. That's right. So you got to go with that feeling.
That's right. That's what they're feeling. But really, it's the false feeling, because it comes into instant gratification.
Validation.
Yeah.
Validation. Yeah. It's how you validate yourself.
Yeah.
And like you said, when you look in the mirror and you see yourself fucking, you know, inside yourself, you know that if you looked a certain way, you'd feel good about yourself, not these other motherfuckers.
Guaranteed. How would you feel if you look this way?
Correct. You got to go and you know, deep down we all know that we want to look like fucking mad cunts. We want to look 100%. Like sick cunts. Everyone wants to be fucking jacked. We want to be coming in looking fucking like mad cunts. All right?
Guaranteed.
We don't want to be coming in fucking making some other cunt feel comfortable, and we're going to be part of the overweight crew and the lazy cunt crew. We want to put in that work. We want to be a fucking man's man. That's what we really want.
Yeah, the 0-1%ers. That's it.
The 0-1%ers, all right? But if everyone could be like that, it'll be fantastic. It'd be mad if this was a normal, you know, every cunt was like this.
It'd be great.
Everyone's doing their part. Everyone's looking after themselves. There is no trends. There is no fitting in. I'm fitting in with me. This is the crowd I'm trying to impress. I'm trying to impress myself. And you got to ask yourself, it's another good one. Do you fucking impress yourself? Are you impressed with yourself?
Yeah, with the things you do.
That's right, and that's another guide, obviously, and yeah, we've got to tick a few boxes out there. You know what I mean? We've got to tick our own boxes. Is the main point here.
Guaranteed. Well put, Game Dog.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
Yeah. Got another one for you.
Let me know, homie. I got you.